and Windrunner, as well as an early game Enchantress. Those Impedesters do huge damage early on. The Fissure plus Power Shot combo does a huge amount of damage as well. Not to mention a hero like Weaver, who you can't kill in a team fight, and Panda, who you can't kill in team fights. Both heroes you can't kill and do a huge amount of damage. So the team fights are not going to go in StarsBoba's favor for a long time until their Lycan gets some farm, until they get their sort of tanky items up. And they are gradually doing that. They have a mech up on Venomancer. They're going to have a Vanguard up soon on Clockwork. They've got a Vitality Booster on Shadow Demon, and Lycan is close to that BKB. So StarsBoba are still well in this. Don't be misled by the score, guys. It's still anyone's game, so to speak, I would say. And Shadow Demon, Lycan doing all they can at this top lane to keep the pressure up, but they will see a lot of heroes missing. We'll probably back off soon. Lycan especially needs to be careful. They can't really kill him. They have got the disables from Fissure plus Shackle Shot, but unless they find something to shackle to, Fissure alone is not going to be enough to lock down Lycan to kill him. He can just do what he did just there and use that ultimate to run the hell out of there, go kill some neutrals, and then regroup. And right now, I feel like G7 need to use a smoke, catch someone off guard, whether it's the Lycan or just this entire Scourge team who are just sitting here looking around. They could be caught completely off guard. The rocket's going to come in from this direction, so they know roughly where this Lycan is. And Shadow Demon as well reveals his position using those nukes. So Shadow Demon in trouble here, gets caught by the Swarm. Shadow Demon and Lion both, they need to be careful. Drum gets used, and they're on the chase here as Lion is getting slow after slow. Shackle gets popped, and nice Impale hits most of the chasing heroes, and this Swarm is lowering Lion's armor so fast. If he does get caught, he's going to go down so quickly, but the Swarm wears off. The turnaround comes. Enchantress needs to be careful. There's a Purge. The heal coming. Needs a finger here. Can they do enough damage? It doesn't look like they will. Enchantress, no! Enchantress will go down with the help of the Clockwork, and so far, Enchantress the only one to fall, but this Panda ultimate will try and change that, as Shadow Demon is the target. Needs to use that disruption on himself. Needs to do that quickly, as Panda is going to probably finish off this kill here as the stun comes out. Kenji finishes them off, but meanwhile, once again, Lycan, Veno, just pushing, and top tier 2 tower goes down. Yuna the Lycan with the kill, and that is big, as he does pop the BKB to do so, though. But StarsBoba still in control, not in control, but they still have some control over this game. They are not being blown apart, as you see Kenji going down to the Clockwork. That's a very big kill, as Panda with 7 unanswered kills goes down. That's a lot of gold going into Clockwork's pockets now, as StarsBoba, if you look at this map, only 1 outer tower remaining for G7, whereas StarsBoba have only lost a single tower this entire game. So really, StarsBoba, I mean, this game is anyone's game. This game to me is 50-50, and I'm going to have to back StarsBoba after their performance last game, where they proved that they can come back when they're behind on kills. Last game they were behind on kills as well. They managed to come back and really play very solid Dota as a team. And that's what we're seeing here this last 5-10 minutes. They're not team fighting like they did last game, but they're just playing smart and fighting where they can. But we will see Venomancer as well as Clockwork getting chased down a bit here. The Fissure not going to latch on because he does get banished. The Venomancer going to maybe survive this with an Impale. The Impale actually misses the Weaver. Weaver managed. Oh, Weaver is going to sneak past everyone. Finishes off the Venomancer, but Archie takes out VR Cat. That's the ES. And Lion in a bit of trouble now. Going to not be able to escape the Impedesters with the Weaver right-click damage as well. But here we go, top lane, that's where Lycan is doing his damage. The top tier 3 tower, that's right, tier 3 tower, protecting the Raxes, gets taken down to half HP. And meanwhile, mid lane, Enchantress in a bit of trouble as Lycan with the ultimate, gonna go on the hunt. 1 click, 2 click, 3 click is all that's needed. And dang, there goes Enchantress. And, I mean, StarsBoba are clawing their way back into this game. I mean, they're fighting with tooth and nail right here. They're not fighting fairly. They're not backdooring, but there's so much they're sort of sneaking Rax damage. They're fighting really scrappily, but just managing to come out not on top, but they're coming out on sort of even playing terms not in kills alone, but in farm, in towers. They're ahead. The overall state of this game is very much in the balance, and it's becoming a huge scrap fest. Both these teams desperately doing all they can to win this game, as if StarsBoba win this, they go through. If it's a draw, if G7 win this game, it's anyone's tournament to go through. And there's a 3-way tie, and there's 3 teams, G7, Execration, as well as StarsBoba, who'll be fighting for that slot to go through. And Panda with the blink goes on in. But Panda, where's your ultimate, Panda? Where's your ultimate? It's up now. Panda needs to use that. There we go. It does get popped here. ES pops his ultimate. Venomancer manages to get off an okay ultimate. It only really hits the ES. ES taking so much damage from the Purge. Does get mech. That'll keep him alive a bit longer. But this Panda ultimate not doing all that much damage. Venomancer mech gonna keep everyone alive a bit longer as the Fire Panda goes down. That's the main damage dealer. And Panda in a bit of trouble now as he is a bit out of position here. Lycan is just doing his thing and pushing away at bottom. And Panda, Windrunner are alone at mid. There's only two heroes here. It's a 2v4. Windrunner going to go down. Panda could be in trouble, but looks like he will manage to barely escape here. If they'd gone for Panda, I think they could have actually killed him there. But they decided Windrunner was the easier target. Went for the Windrunner, and Panda does escape. But that's what Lycan does. This is the scrap fest I'm talking about. Lycan forces the entire G7 team to come bottom, and then suddenly mid lane, it's 4v2 in StarsBoba's favor, and they get a free kill. And here we see Enchantress, huge damage. The Impetus on the line doing some big damage. Panda in the middle is so tanky, but is he taking enough? No, he's not. He's going to go down. One more right click. Actually, a hook shot from Clockwork. Hook shot on the red HP hero. I'm not sure if that was the best decisions, best use of hook shot, I should say. Could have maybe hooked onto this ES, but needless to say, StarsBoba with 2 kills there, Windrunner going down, and now the Panda going down, and they're pressuring this tier 2 tower at mid. Lycan still farming away at bottom as well. I mean, Lycan is getting ridiculously farmed. They are going to lose this top tier 1 tower, but at this point in the game, they'll trade that for that tier 2 mid tower, and Lycan getting more and more free farm. So we probably will see them after this TP back. I don't think they'll want to keep on pushing, but they definitely, I mean, they could consider it, but I think they just want to farm top, which, yeah, that's what they'll do. They're going to farm this top lane. Lycan going to farm out these neutrals, so deny the Sentinel team of their own neutrals by farming them out, and keep on farming away at top, farm their own neutrals. They're going to get further and further ahead and back in this game. I mean, at this point in the game, StarsBoba are ahead. If I had my fancy pants gold graph, StarsBoba would be leading on gold, even though they are behind on kills, I would say. And, anyways, here we go. Bottom lane. Clockwork gonna have to just TP out of there as Panda comes in, but they haven't really got the disables to stop that TP. I mean, Windrunner is the main range disabler. They've got the ES stuns, but the fissure was on cooldown, so once they use the fissure, they can't really stop that TP as ES was blocked off himself. Lycan just gonna say screw this and use that ultimate to get out of there. He's actually bought a Reaver, so he looks to be going for a heart, which is an interesting choice. Normally you'd see something more DPS oriented. As Lycan, I mean, with BKB Vlad, you see he's got sort of around 200 damage, but that's not that's not going to be massive. It's going to be a lot, but it's not going to be massive. But Heart is going to make him very unkillable. If he can survive, and if he can tank this damage coming from the Impetus, coming from the Weaver as well, he's going to be able to do quite a bit. But Weaver going for a Yasha Hood Treads. I don't like this Weaver build. Weaver needed to get a Radiance this game. He's the main carry. Panda is not going to carry them. Enchantress can do DPS, but cannot carry them. So they really needed Weaver to go for that Radiance and do some serious DPS, which is not going to be the case here as bottom lane. Lion comes in a bit of trouble, hits 3 with the Impale, and may just need to throw off a finger, does actually use that Ghost Scepter, as we do see Windrunner in trouble. Oh, big finger comes out, and now it's going to turn this around. They may want to take out this ES. BKB is popped from Lycan. Lycan does not have the ultimate, it seems, as he can't actually use it. Panda's going to get focused. Mana Drain. Panda can't use his ultimate. The ultimate was off cooldown, but he couldn't actually use it, and kills galore as StarsBoba pick up a triple, 2 going to Yuna. A 4th kill goes to Rekka as the ES goes down, and Weaver in trouble now. Have they got any disables for him? Weaver going to have to be careful. Needs to not get caught too out of position here, or if he could go down very quickly. He's trying to do as much damage as he can to this Shadow Demon, but in the end, all he can do is TP back to base and defend, as we will see. Once again, StarsBoba coming out on top in a team fight. And StarsBoba are fighting for their lives in this tournament, fighting for that playoff spot, which they so desperately want. And this is something I could not have predicted. This Group D was just so unpredictable with StarsBoba, MYM, G7, Execration. All 4 teams stood a legitimate chance of progressing. MYM didn't show up, so that made things a bit easier to predict in some sense. But still, the 3 teams, StarsBoba, G7, and StarsBoba, G7, and Execration all have had such even and close games. And right now this game is being delay and spiky for both, I feel. And Roshan will go down to the Lycan.
A player's forces are under attack.
As there you go, quick look at the pings. You see 250 MS for StarsBoba, around 120 to 170 to G7. So G7 having some internet problems here, and this is obviously causing them some problems. At this server, they still have the advantage. StarsBoba have more lag than them. And the bot pings do not lie, at least in terms of delay. The spikes are another matter. Spikes can happen to players and not be reflected in their pings. As we do see Panda blink, ultimate, finds the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon banishes himself. That'll stop the Weaver Swarm from latching on, which will mean he does preserve that much-needed armor. If Weaver and Panda are to right-click him, keeping that armor could keep him alive. It's not going to do so, as he does manage to get the purge off before he goes down. Blade Mail popped on Clockwork will do some serious damage to anyone who targets him. Venomancer with a big ultimate. Ag Scepter on Venomancer. That's going to do some serious damage. Panda does get hit by that. Panda is slowly going down and will go down here. Doesn't have the ultimate anymore. Finger coming out from Lion, and 2 kills there, as Winrun is going to be the next casualty, I believe, or possibly the Enchantress. Enchantress on the back foot here, but Lycan unable to chase. Lycan with Aegis, though, level 3 ultimate on cooldown for another 10 or so seconds, 14 seconds, and it will be back up, but oh wow, Weaver, 100 HP. The rocket is going to hit him. He goes down to about 50 HP, but the hood regen as well as the magic resistance will keep him alive. Even if another rocket hits, he will be just perfectly fine. But what isn't fine is this tier 3 tower and bottom racks, which is getting taken down by the Lycan. 4 Sentinel heroes are alive. They're only missing Panda, and Lycan and Veno are going to get shackled together, which is not a desired result. But really, right now, StarsBoba just need to right-click this racks. Even big impale there hits 2 heroes, but Lycan doing the smart thing, taking down racks. The range racks going down first, and they need to hit this melee racks. Clockwork misses a hook shot, but probably for the best, because he definitely would not have come out of that one alive if that hook had hit. Instead, he doesn't end up in the middle of the entire enemy team. Will pop the Blade Mail and force Weaver to use that backtrack, get the hell out of there, and probably want to TP now for this Clockwork. Will use the cogs, and what blocks off the Venomancer? Venomancer! Oh no! The cogs blocked the ramp, and as a result, Venomancer gets completely trapped, and poor Venomancer. And StarsBoba just on the offensive here, guys, as they get further and further ahead now. This kill score, which used to be about 20 kills to 5, is now at 26 to 16, and bottom racks is nowhere to be seen as StarsBoba get up a racks, and they've got Heart up on Lycan. Lycan with 1k gold as well. On top of that, is getting ridiculously farmed. We'll see him probably going for some kind of damage, maybe an Assault Cuirass, or even something like an MKB. MKB is such a nice item to have against a Panda. The evasion on him, as well as the Drunken Haze, which makes you have a % chance to miss, is just so annoying. So getting an MKB, especially once you're this tanky, MKB could be a good item choice, or possibly just going for an Assault Cuirass if they just want the if they're more reliant on those auras. It's going to come down to what they consider to be the stronger option here. But I definitely think Lycan as the main damage dealer shouldn't. It's on his teammates doing damage. It's the Lycan doing damage, so he should get what helps him most, which in this case is going to be an MKB, not the Assault Cuirass. And the rest of his team don't do a huge amount of right-click damage. They're more there for the disables and to annoy people. They've got the Shadow Demon sort of as a disruptor. Same goes for Clockwork and Lion. These are just disablers and sort of crowd control heroes. And they're doing a great job of it, setting up lots of, giving Lycan a lot of room to do his thing, do some damage, and for Veno to get in a good position to get off that big AoE ultimate, which he now has an Ag Scepter for, as well as a mech on top of that. So, some strong play coming out of StarsBoba, who managed to, 2 games in a row, come back from big kill deficits. And right now, it looks like the push is headed towards the mid lane. Lycan is actually at top, doing some split pushing. So both mid lane and bottom lane, sorry, mid lane and top lane being pushed, but the bottom lane, where they actually have the mega creeps, is being pushed back. Winrun and Weaver doing the smart thing, making it so this bottom lane is not going to be pushing in, harassing the throne towers, and they're not going to have to defend it for this push. Basically, all they have to worry about is the top and the mid push. And not having to worry about this bottom lane is going to help them a lot in this in this push coming from StarsBoba. What we are going to see is basically if Panda blinks in, uses ultimate, basically then StarsBoba will back off. We will see Lycan pop BKB ultimate. He wants the ES. ES needs one more hit. We'll get mech. We'll stay alive. Has the Aegis though on Lycan, so Lycan is not actually in that much trouble. Lycan saying, I don't give a shit, I'm just going to right-click this tower down. The tower goes down, Lycan's still being ignored. No one yet to drop. Panda pops the ultimate, needs to find someone to target. Archie finishes off Aiden. That's the Enchantress, a big damage dealer, and Panda has found his way onto the Shadow Demon. Can Shadow Demon goes down, needs another stun. Is it there? No, it's not there, and Panda now in trouble. But we've actually, no, not so much in trouble. It's Shadow Demon in trouble, the Clap, the Weaver Swarm, and kills now falling into G7's favor, but they've already lost the racks. Lycan, doing the smart thing, says, I just want to take out this Rax, does just that, and now Yuna is just going to right-click down this tower a bit, but will back off, says, okay, it's not worth it to lose Aegis, probably not even going to get this tower, but now he does send some wolves in, and this is not looking good for G7. Despite having a fairly even teamfight, they lost their tier 3 tower and melee top Rax, and this mid-tower as well took some serious damage here as Panda is still in the neighborhood looking to take that out. He's got the ultimate back up soon, I imagine. Yes, the ultimate is... No, it's on cooldown for 25 more seconds. So Lycan is going to go down here, possibly even twice. Clockwork is going to just go Rambo the hell in there. Try to keep this Lycan alive as Lycan ultimate on cooldown. Maybe just... Oh, there we go. The ultimate is now back up. And we'll just right-click this tower down, he decides, as Clockwork not even in any kind of trouble. Same goes for Lycan. It's actually going to be Venomancer being focused down by Weaver. Weaver doing some serious right-click damage, despite not having any sort of radiance. The Yasha ultimate orb just giving him some nice attack speed, and the minus armor from Swarm now latching onto the Clockwork. Clockwork going to get right-clicked, but this Blade Mail will make it hard for Weaver to do anything, as Weaver as well as Clockwork both take some serious damage, but in the end, it's Clockwork who goes down. Aiden, the Enchantress, picks up another kill, and oh, look at this top range Rax getting down to 250 HP. Lycan saying, oh, I want to get it, but can I get it? He's going to send these wolves towards that Rax, I feel. And this bottom lane is pushing in as well. So G7 just have so many lanes they have to worry about. Looking at bottom, at mid, at top, and there we go. The wolves are just going to run straight in, click this Rax, and this range Rax, I think, will go down. Go down it does. And that is just scrappy Dota coming out from StarsBoba, but it's just so smart. If you can't win in a straight-up game, you play scrappy. You do anything you can to claw your way back in your game, and that is what has happened here. StarsBoba showing great, smart decision-making in tough situations. I mean, they probably shouldn't have fallen that far behind to begin with, but they did, and once they did, they really fought back hard. The aggressive Enchantress really did set them off early. I mean, Enchantress got so many kills in that top lane, really shut down the solo top Lion, and then Lycan got forced to run from top jungle to bottom jungle, so his run was a bit slower than normal. But in the end, StarsBoba just playing so smart, using this Lycan pick to its full potential. And we do see Lycan picking up a Relic, possibly going for a Divine Rapier, or possibly just going for a Radiance. But I think we're going to see a Divine Rapier for some reason. Simply because they are up by 4 racks, and there we see Windrunner getting impale fingered, but Lion not going to have enough damage there to take him out. As Lion in a bit of trouble will pop his Ghost Scepter, throws down the impale, not actually going to hit Panda with that, but Panda not willing to use his ultimate for those kills there. Will need the ultimate to defend if they do look to come end the game. He's going to need that ultimate, but right now, with 4 racks down and no tower to protect your last 2 racks, it's going to be so hard for G7 to defend this, and this could be just about GG, as StarsBoba will be going through to the playoffs by the looks of things. Anyways, guys, we are going to see Weaver look to initiate. He's doing the smart thing, initiating outside of base, and really trying to take this fight away from this Rax, but the problem is, look at this Lycan. Lycan could sneak around, take this Rax, but Lycan's actually going to come team fight by the looks of it. No, he's not. He's just going to go for the Rax. So smart. We do see Leo picking up a couple kills. The Glyph is not up, though. BKB gets popped. Can't use that Fissure. There's the Glyph. It is up, in fact. And melee Rax maybe going to go down. Lycan getting blocked here. Needs to be careful. That Shapeshift is going to wear off soon. And Lycan maybe going to say, hey, I'm going to send in some more wolves. Send in some more wolves. Try and finish off that Rax. Can he do it? He may just suicide for this. Decides against it. And will be, once again, G7 hold on for just a bit longer. There go the Lycan Wolves. The Sentry Wolves are there. They're going to have to enchant those and kill them as fast as possible, and that they will. That's not going to be too much of a problem, but they do get that Rex down just a bit lower. Lycan, once he has that BKB up, could go try and backdoor it. So right now, it is going to be hard game for them to come back from. At middle, Lycan now has the BKB back, and he's saying, okay, this time, last time I got the racks down at less than half HP, this time I'm going to finish it off. Could probably just BKB in, right-click the racks, and run away using that ultimate. And we will see smoke being popped. They want to jump them before they get into the base, and right now Lycan is going to back off, go for Roshan. So they're going to play this as safe as possible, but G7, they know Rosh is back up, I think, and they are making a move as well. Weaver, Shikuching in. Is he going to find them? I believe he will, and there we go. It finds a couple. Lycan as well as Venomancer are going to be in a bit of trouble here, especially this Venomancer. We've actually taken some serious damage. The right click of Lycan is proven to be so deadly. Enchantress, they should probably focus down first. Those Impetuses can do some serious damage if they're not careful. Weaver, though, getting right click down, and Panda is just stuck, standing still. Panda needs to do something. Panda just ultimate on cooldown for another 10 seconds. Great shackle shot there coming out of G7's Calais, and this Lycan needs to be careful. He's getting down to red HP. David takes out Leo, and that is the kill they needed on that Weaver. As with Weaver down, it's going to be Weaver forced to defend because their base is under attack. You can't just let those creeps take your T4 towers. You need those T4 towers to protect your throne, and we will see Panda doing some serious damage here. Pops the ultimate. Shadow Demon will go down. ES, big ultimate. Lycan going to be the next target now. He doesn't have that BKB. A couple Impetuses, and he's going to go down. Needs one more. Enchantress, though, gets initiated on. Great clockwork hook shot, and Yuna finishes off the ES, and it looks like Lycan will escape with his life here. Unless Panda can get another stun off, he's not going to do that. And Radiance is actually the item of choice, and that's going to stop the blink. You can't actually blink because of that Radiance, and Lycan is just going to shrug all that damage off. Oh, hook shot misses the Panda as Panda actually blinks in, and Lycan can just fight his way out. Right click this Panda. Not too sure Radiance was the best item. You get a lot more DPS if you got an MKB at this point, but the Radiance does stop the Panda blink. That's the benefit from it. But mid-racks actually, in all that confusion, the mid-racks actually went down to some Lycan Wolves, I imagine. And this is going to be just about GG here. I think Lycan is going to come in, right-click down this last remaining racks, and that he will. Mega Creeps it will be as StarsBoba. Mega Creeps, it should be GG now, as there's just nothing G7 can do here. And GG is called by Aiden, guys. So a fantastic game from StarsBoba. G7, hats off to them. Played a great, solid game. They had a solid early start, but in the end, wasn't enough to defeat the legendary StarsBoba, as we will see StarsBoba progress through to the playoffs. And we're going to find out what other games are actually happening, guys, because there may be some tiebreak matches. I'll keep you guys as informed as possible as we do get onto the end of the group stage play. And tomorrow we're going to have all the playoff action there, guys, so be sure to stay tuned, and I'll let you guys know what exactly is going on. But until I know what's going on, it'll take me 5-10 minutes to communicate with the appropriate parties to see what is being played and whether there's something I should be casting.